Hey everyone, Caffeine Man here, and today we are going over the C4 yellow bottles. That's what I call them. I think they're called on the website the still bottles, and still basically means non-carbonated, but to say that I'm reviewing the C4 Energy non-carbonated bottles is a much bigger mouthful than C4 yellow bottles. And you might be saying, didn't you already review the bottles? Yes, but those were the ultimate bottles, not the yellow bottles. These yellow bottles are the regular bottles. What's the difference between the two? It's coming right up. Hello again everyone, thank you so much for joining me today, and if you want to stay informed on all things caffeine related, feel free to hit the subscribe button. I post new videos every Tuesday night and one on the weekends. And if you're looking to get early access to my Tuesday videos or other perks, you can click on the join button below, or I will include a link in a pinned comment so you can check out all the information. It helps support the channel, gives you a few bonuses on the side. And in today's video, we're going over the C4 yellow bottles. I did review the ultimate bottles just a few months ago, and I actually had wanted to review these yellow bottles first, but there was a slight miscommunication, and I ended up getting the ultimate bottles before I got the yellow bottles. And it messed up my plan because basically I wanted to review the yellow bottles to tell you everything that's in those bottles, so that when I got to the ultimate review, I could refer back to the yellow bottles, and it would have made my life easier. But now, since I already did the ultimate bottles, I kind of have to go backwards and tell you about the yellow bottles. And it's almost like it's being downgraded. It's like, hey, look at these really great bottles. These are sort of like that, but they don't have as much of what's in there as that. And that's not very exciting. And I think a better way to explain it is that when you have the PS4, and then you hear about the PS5 coming out, you get super excited because that's an upgrade. But in this case, you might already have the PS5, and then you get all the advertising about the PS4. Why would you want the PS4 since you got the PS5? Well, most of you can still buy a PS4. You can't get a PS5 very easily. And with the PS4, you can actually have discs, to play the games, as opposed to needing a reliable internet connection. And basically, the PS4 is a great system. You can't argue that it's not a great system. It's an amazing system, and some people don't even want to upgrade to the PS5 because, like, why am I going to waste my money on that when the PS4 is perfectly fine, perfectly usable, perfectly great gaming system? That is sort of how it is between the C4 yellow bottles and the ultimate bottles. Hopefully that metaphor or analogy worked out well. So in this video, I am going to talk about the differences between the bottles, talk about the ingredients in the yellow bottle, and then do a taste test of all 4 flavors. Timestamps and chapters definitely down below so you can go where you want to go. All right, fingers crossed, here we go. I spent a long time trying to gather up this information to make it as easy as possible to understand because, like I said, I already did the ultimate and now I have to explain these, which is sort of almost taking a step backwards. One of my biggest hurdles that I actually ran into was that when I looked at the bottle, they actually have a nutrition facts panel on it. And why is that such a hurdle? Because when I actually reviewed the yellow cans, they actually had a supplement facts panel on it. The supplement facts panel had a lot of information on it, and it also talked about their explosive energy blend. So when we actually look at the label on the bottle, there's actually not a ton of information on the bottle compared to what they told you on the can. So I actually went back to one of my newer cans of the C4s. On the newer cans, they actually switched it over to a nutrition facts panel as well. The nutrition facts panel is a little bit more beneficial in some people's eyes than the supplement facts panel, but the problem is you can sometimes lose some information as well, and that seems to be what happened with the bottles, is that we lost a little bit of information, and that's information I usually love to provide to you guys. But overall, when it came to the ultimate cans and bottles, as well as when it comes to these yellow cans and bottles, the bottles are supposed to be similar to the cans. Therefore, the 16-ounce cans are supposed to have 4 ounces of carbonation taken out and put into the bottle to make them a 12-ounce non-carbonated bottle. No, I don't have any science to back that up. The math makes sense, though. You don't agree? Yes, I am the one that said plants are green, most likely because blue and yellow make green. Water is blue, the sunlight is yellow, yellow and blue make green. It makes sense. You got a 16-ounce can, a 12-ounce bottle, they took out 4 ounces of carbonation. Fine, listen, there is no scientific evidence that they took out 4 ounces of carbonation. That's just my opinion. Gotta mention when you talk about your opinion in videos, otherwise you get smacked with lawsuits or something. But does it help that I know that the Avogadro's number for water is 18 grams and carbonated water is 44 grams? I didn't think so. Did you guys know that? Green-eyed guy probably knows that. She probably also knows if I pronounce Avogadro's right. So in the same regards, the Ultimate cans were similar to the Ultimate bottles. And in that video on the cans, I related the Ultimate cans to show you how they were different than the yellow cans. Therefore, for this video, I am going to apply the same theory of the yellow cans to the yellow bottles, with the assumption that the bottles are using the same ingredients and dosages as the cans, since they are supposed to be similar with just 4 ounces less of carbonation. That's how Caffeine Man math works. So for the yellow cans, they were 6.73 grams of their C4 explosive energy blend. They didn't break down how much of each one of those 5 ingredients there were, but when you look at what the recommended effective dosages are, you're gonna see that tyrosine is between 150 and 300 milligrams, beta-alanine is between 2 to 5 grams, citrulline is between 3 and 8 grams, betaine anhydrous is between 1 to 2 grams, and an effective dosage of caffeine for working out is 200 milligrams. Therefore, if we were to take the minimum numbers of all those categories and add them up, we would come out to 6.35 grams. Therefore, if you're still getting the same 6.73 grams in this drink, you are most likely getting the minimum effective dosage of each one of those ingredients. Now, if you are looking for higher amounts of each one of those dosages, then you can definitely check out the Ultimate cans and the Ultimate bottles, because they're going to give you the higher dosages of those ingredients. That is why it is Ultimate, because it is your ultimate pre-workout energy drink. So let's go ahead and let's take a look at the nutrition facts panel that is provided to us. You're going to see that it has the standard 0 calories, also has 0 sugar, 0 carbs, 0 protein, only 25 milligrams of sodium, which is really only 1% of your daily value of sodium. And it also has 190% of your daily value of niacin and 250% of your B12. Last but not least, it is giving you 200 milligrams of caffeine, unlike the Ultimates, which give you 300 milligrams of caffeine. Me personally though, I like the 200. And speaking of personal preference, a lot of people say, Caffeine Man, why would we end up buying these yellow bottles as opposed to buying the Ultimate bottles when the Ultimate bottles have so much more in them? And to that, I have 2 answers for you. The first answer being that not everyone who works out needs 3.2 grams of beta-alanine going through their system. They might like to have less beta-alanine because they might want to have less beta tingles. Now, I don't get the beta tingles. Some people get the beta. Most people actually get the beta tingles. If you don't know what the beta tingles are, it's basically when you have beta-alanine, it does this thing to your skin that makes it itchy or tingly. I don't know if the more beta-alanine you have, you get more beta tingles or not, but I've had a little bit of beta-alanine and I've had a lot of beta-alanine and I don't get any tingles from it. So maybe if you get less beta tingles from less beta-alanine, people might want the lower dosage. And in the same regard, some people don't need 1.5 grams of betaine anhydrous if they're just going to be going out for a jog. Betaine anhydrous, it's really more for power lifters, which is why it is in the Ultimate line. So if you're really looking to like, betaine anhydrous is for you. But if you're looking to just go for a light little jog, do a little bit of cardio and stuff, you're not going to get as much value out of the betaine anhydrous. So you don't need that bulked up amount of beta anhydrous. A little betaine anhydrous is good. And as for caffeine, it's already been scientifically proven that 200 milligrams is the proper effective dosage for working out. 300 milligrams is just a little bit excessive. Now, some people, yes, they like the 300 milligrams. They like that extra boost of power. But you know what? If you don't want that 300 milligrams, 200 milligrams is a perfect amount. Ultimate is for the ultimate workout people. Yellow is sort of the light version for working out because it's giving you the minimum effective dosages. Reason number 2, which I think is far more plausible, is that people just like to drink them because they're delicious drinks. I mean, when you look at Bang, Rain, Raise, Adrenaline Shock, all of those are classified as pre-workout energy drinks with 300 milligrams of caffeine in them. But they've gotten themselves into regular stores, not just supplement stores, regular grocery stores, regular convenience stores. These things are in gas stations because people aren't drinking them like pre-workout drinks. They're just drinking them like regular energy drinks. Some people don't even know that they're classified as a pre-workout energy drink because they're just in the regular stores. But like I said, people are drinking them like regular drinks. And you know, when you look at 200 milligrams is a much more workable number. It's a much nicer number, and I actually really like like that number. So in general, pre-workout has really been blurring the lines, blending them all together between what is actually an energy drink, what's a pre-workout drink, and does it really matter or not, because they're not being advertised as pre-workout drinks. They're just on your regular store shelves. And at the same time, C4 is now getting on your regular store shelves. You can find C4 Starburst and other C4 flavors in your regular grocery store, in your convenience store. They are staying competitive with all the other energy drinks, all the other pre-workout drinks, because people are actually starting to drink this as a regular energy drink. Yes, there are the C4 lovers that do drink the yellow cans and the ultimate cans for workout, but there are plenty of people that drink the yellow cans just because they're good. The Sour Bash Brothers is great, and everyone is raving about the C4 Starburst. The C4 Starburst flavors are amazing, and when you have something that tastes that good, you're going to drink it because it's a good energy drink. And all that other stuff that's in there for the ingredients, they're going to be beneficial to your body, and if you don't use them, you're just going to flush them out anyway. You're drinking it for the 200 milligrams of caffeine and the flavor, which brings me full circle back down to these bottles. These bottles could be used for people for a light workout, but they could also be used as regular energy drinks that are non-carbonated. So now you actually have a non-carbonated drink to add to your energy drink repertoire. Yes, I did just say repertoire. It was better than arsenal. I used arsenal in a previous video, so I don't want to sound redundant with the words that I use. But then the question is, do you really want a non-carbonated energy drink? I don't know. Let's find out when we taste them out. Just gonna grab them from my Caffeine Man fridge. If you guys didn't know, I am sponsored by C4, which means you can save 20 to 30% off when you use my coupon code Caffeine Man at the Cellucor website. I do earn a small commission from each product that you buy, but that does not influence my reviews at all. I always give honest reviews, and I honestly don't actually expect to like these bottles as much as the cans. What? I can't say that? I can say that. I have to be honest in my reviews. No, I know I say I have to be honest, but I do actually have to be honest in my reviews, right? I have to be honest in my reviews. They know that. We're good, right? I might not be sponsored after this video. I'm sure they're gonna taste good. First one up is the orange slice. Even though the bottle does look orange, that is actually just a wrap sleeve around here. The drink itself is actually clear. I will pour it out just for those of you who don't believe me, but most of them I'm gonna drink right from the bottle because I don't wanna waste my plastic cups on a clear drink. You know they're all clear. Hopefully I don't need to cut them back. In that ultimate video, the ultimate bottles, I actually cut them back with water because they were honestly that strong. I ended up making the 12 ounces into 16 ounces, or I added a couple of ounces of water to the cup and put them in a cup and drank them from the cup. Clear cutter. This will be the only one in a cup for you guys. But hopefully I don't have to water these down because, like I said, they shouldn't be as sour as the ultimate. And I'm actually kind of curious. Smell. Little pre-warning here. Out of all of the, put this down for a sec. Out of all of the C4s that I have reviewed, there's like basically after this review, there's gonna be like over 30 drinks that I've reviewed for C4. Out of all those drinks, there's only been like 2 that have scored like less than 8.5, and those 2 scored pretty low. I wasn't really a fan of those 2 drinks, but 2 drinks out of that many to not really like is that's pretty good. And oddly enough, the orange slice is one that I was not a fan of in the can formula. For some reason, there was just something off about it. I don't think it was my standard energy flavor, or they did something different than most companies do with orange. And I remember when I did that review, I didn't actually rate it that well. So I'm starting off with this one because you guys may know I usually try and like to start with the one I'm gonna like the least and build up to the one I think I'm gonna like the most. So I don't have high hopes for the orange going in with the pre-warning because it didn't really rate that well on the Caffeine Man rating chart the first time. And I will actually put the can versions on the Caffeine Man rating chart to show you the difference between the can score and the bottle score. And without any further ado, let's get on with the orange slice yellow bottle. So no carbonation, don't need to talk about that. All of them are still. Sweetness, you're definitely getting a high sweetness out of here. And for your sour, you are definitely getting a little bit of sour in there. A decent enough amount to make you pucker just a little bit, but definitely not like those Ultimates that were like super sour. And I think it's just because when you take the carbonation out, you're gonna be able to taste the sour just a little bit more, but it's definitely not overly sour. I would say this is sort of like your typical sweet and sour kind of drink. I think you're getting a nice balance of sweet and sour, but you are definitely getting some sour in there. And for your flavor profile, it's similar to the cans for me. I'm gonna drink a little bit more just to triple check that. But I'm definitely not a fan of that orange flavor. I'm not sure what the slice is in reference to, if that has anything to do with it, but I was expecting a normal, regular orange flavor. And they do give you some orange flavor in there, but there's just something else that's offsetting it that makes me think, hey, what are you doing to the orange? It's a bit different. And if you like a little bit of a change up to your orange flavors, it is a little bit of a different orange flavor in my opinion. There's just something in it that I don't really like. So when we go ahead and we take a look at the Caffeine Man rating chart, I think I rated this like a middle 6, a medium 6 last time. And the fact that this isn't carbonated, I do think you are getting a little bit more of the sweetness and a little bit more of that sour in there. So I think you get a little bit more sour, which I think helps improve the flavor a little bit, but still, it's not really a drink for me. I'm gonna give it a 6.8. What? What? They're not gonna fire me. I still have my day job anyway. I know I love my C4 job. I love you guys. But the orange slice bottle is just not for me. Don't fire me. Moving on to the next one. Next one up is the watermelon. I also want to point out that, as you all know, everything is based on personal preference, and we all do have different taste buds. I say that in a lot of my videos. And the orange slice, just to give you an idea, the orange slice is actually in their variety pack, one of their variety packs when you buy the variety pack. And I've also seen it in the stores. They only put, usually the theory is with most companies, is they only put the top selling flavors into stores because they think that's what people are gonna like the most, because they're actually the best sellers. So just because I don't like orange slice doesn't mean it's not that good of a flavor. You can pick it up at the store and try it for yourself. Leave me a comment down below if you like the orange slice. I'm actually curious. I am. I usually ask people to leave me a comment down below, and some people do. But let me know. I want to know from all of you guys what you guys think of the orange slice from C4. I'm sure there are plenty of people out there that disagree with me. And now we're getting into the watermelon. And I know. I started off, you guys know the pre-warning that there was 2 flavors out of the 30-something that I didn't like, and the other one I didn't really like was the strawberry watermelon that's in the C4 line, regular line, which the strawberry watermelon is also in the variety pack and it is also in stores. So I know that my opinion is not popular opinion on those 2 drinks, and I should probably try them again. Maybe they changed the formula and maybe they're better now, but I wasn't a fan of them. And basically I thought for the can, we'll see what happens with this one, I thought with the can that the strawberry watermelon flavor was just way too late. If you had like the Red Bull watermelon and the Monster Ultra watermelon, you said, oh man, these are way too sickly sweet, way too candy-ish. You wanted something more towards a natural watermelon, a lighter watermelon flavor. The C4 strawberry watermelon gave it to you, but it was my second lowest score for the C4. So now we have the watermelon in the still non-carbonated yellow bottle. If I didn't get fired after the first one, we will see what happens with this one. This one is just watermelon though. There's no strawberry in this one, so we will see how different this one is from the can. This is interesting. It's not bad. It's not delicious, but it's not bad. But let me go in. I'm gonna let it linger for a second here. And then I'm gonna go in one more time and talk about the interestingness of this drink. That definitely has to be one of the weirdest things that I've experienced, because it has the same still flavor that the other one has, that the Ultimates have and stuff like that. They have this sweet and sour flavor, which I actually kind of like the sweet and sour flavor that it's giving you, and then it complements it with the actual flavor. So you have this base of this sweet and sour energy drink flavor, And then they add the orange to it, they add the blue razz to it, they add the fruit punch to it. In this case, they add watermelon to it, but I think they forgot to add the watermelon. So this is like a sweet and sour water without the melon. I can't taste any watermelon, so I guess similar to the original strawberry watermelon, I thought it was very, very light in flavor. This is also very, very light in flavor, but I can't get much flavor out of it, and it's bizarre. And I haven't had COVID, so I haven't lost my taste buds or anything like that. But I don't get any watermelon out of it at all. I just get this sweet and sour drink, which it's not bad, but it's not overly good because I can't get a flavor out of it because it's like a sweet and sour regular flavor. So where's it going to be going on the Caffeine Man rating chart? Like I said, it's not bad for not having much of a flavor to it. It's actually pretty good. But like I said, it's not amazing either. So I'm actually going to give this a 7.5. It is pretty good, and if you guys are looking to pick up a flavor that is very light in flavor, but a good sweet and sour non-carbonated drink, watermelon is going to be your choice. Moving on to the next one. And the next one up is fruit punch. And interestingly enough, they don't actually have a fruit punch flavor in the can line. They have a fruit punch in the ultimate, but they don't have a fruit punch in their can line that I know of. And no, it'll be okay, don't worry. If you watch my channel, you know that when it comes to fruit punch flavors, I'm not a fan of fruit punch flavors. And since I wasn't a fan of the orange, my imaginary friend over here doesn't have high hopes for the fruit punch. But I say, don't worry. We will taste it out, give you an honest review of what the fruit punch tastes like. And I'm curious how this is going to be. It's kind of going to be a sour fruit punch, which I think will pull away from that regular fruit punch flavor. We shall see when we taste it out. I can't help how it tastes. It's actually pretty good. Wow. I am genuinely surprised by how good that is. That's wow. All right, listen, guys, C4. You don't have this in a can yet. You don't have a can version of fruit punch that I know of. But if you're secretly developing any flavors, getting yourself a sour fruit punch, that's pretty good. I definitely like that. Why don't you have a fruit punch yet in the can version? Oh, you're secretly developing it? Oh, okay. I thought you were secretly developing some other candy flavors, which coming up next Tuesday, new release from C4. It's a big secret, can't talk about it, but new flavor coming out from C4. I will have that review for you guys. It's not fruit punch, but it is kind of a fruity flavor, so I've heard. But this fruit punch is actually surprisingly good. And I still have the Icy Blue Razz to go. So where's it going to be going on the Caffeine Man rating chart? My goodness, that really surprised me. You know, I actually rated the bottles of the Ultimate at like a 9.0 for the fruit punch, but I would actually say that sour flavor was too much for the Ultimate. All those Ultimates were a bit too sour for me. So I'm actually going to give the fruit punch a 9.2. Am I rehired? Great job to C4 on the C4 Energy Fruit Punch. If you guys are looking to pick up a sour fruit punch flavor, there aren't really any sour fruit punch on the market that I know of, and I've reviewed a lot of fruit punch energy drinks. But if you want a non-carbonated sour fruit punch, pick up that C4 Energy Yellow Bottle Fruit Punch. It's really good. Moving on to the Icy Blue Razz. Last one up is going to be the Icy Blue Razz. Definitely a fan of Blue Razz flavors. I wouldn't say it's my absolute favorite flavor. I like the Blue Razzes, I like the peaches, I like the fruity flavors. I like my pineapple-y kind of pina colada flavors. But when it comes to C4 specifically, C4 does an amazing job with their Blue Razzes, so I don't really expect any less with this one here. Rated the C4 Smart Energy super high, one of my favorite Blue Razzes, and the C4 Ultimate bottle, that got a really high score too, because like I said, they did a good job with it, even though it was a bit more sour than I was expecting from it. It didn't rate as high as the Smart Energy, but it still got a good score. So let's go ahead, let's try out the C4 Yellow, and try not to set my expectations too high. But like I said, any of the Blue Razzes that they've done have always been a good flavor, so let's taste it out. There's that little bit of sour. By a little bit of sour, I mean medium amount of sour. Just so you know, if I didn't say it enough times already, these are all about a medium sourness across the board. The Ultimates were highly sour. These are like a medium sour. It's got a sweetness in there to balance it out, so it's kind of a sweet and sour drink to it. So C4 not letting me down. They still do a good job with their Blue Razz flavor. Icy Blue Razz in the yellow bottle. Still not as good as my Smart Energy. Love me, love me, love me. My C4 Smart Energy Blue Razz. And I actually have to do a back-to-back here. I gotta taste this fruit punch again because I gave this fruit punch like a 9.2. And if anything, I actually like this fruit punch a bit better. I think I'm going to switch my score because this Icy Blue Razz is it's a 9.2. That's what I had in my head for a score when I had it, and I remember that the Blue Razz of the Ultimate was like a 9.4. So this is just a touch less good than that other one, but it's still a great flavor. 9.2, great score for the Icy Blue Razz. But there's just something about this fruit punch. This is really good, and this is probably better than that or equal with that C4 Ultimate Icy Blue Razz. So fruit punch is again a 9.4. Let's switch around this chart a little bit. I could just go back, edit it out, and re-rate it, but I don't think that's fair. I really think that you're getting a true and honest reaction. I'm not going to try and fool you guys, edit it out, redo the whole taste test of the fruit punch and say it's a 9.4 instead of a 9.2. I'm actually changing it mid-review. So back on the Caffeine Man rating chart for the Icy Blue Razz, I'm going to give this a 9.2. If you guys are looking to pick up these bottles, you're looking for a sweet and sour non-carbonated energy drink, I'm going to be telling you to go for the Icy Blue Razz and the fruit punch. These are both really, really good. Thank you so much for joining me. Like I said, if you want to save 20 to 30% off on these bottles or any C4 products, you can check out cellucor.com. It's not just energy drinks. My coupon code actually works on everything on the Cellucor website, as well as the Extend website, as well as the C4 Energy website. So any of those three websites, you can use coupon code CaffeineMan and save between 20 and 30% off. I recommend the Fruit Punch and the Icy Blue Razz, but I do know a lot of people have actually been picking up the variety packs recently because you get to try out 3 of the Smart Energies and 3 of the regular C4s. And they have numerous variety packs, so you can actually get a 6-pack of the regular yellow cans or a 6-pack of the Smart Energy. So they have lots of different variety packs so you guys can try out lots of different flavors to get you a good idea of what C4 tastes like without having to buy full cases. Love me some variety packs. Thank you so much for joining me today. Stay tuned next week. I will have the new C4 flavor for you guys. Until next time, have yourselves a great day. Or night. Does it look like I know physics? I don't know physics. I'm not a physicist. Physicist? What's a physicist? I haven't even drank the drinks yet. I'm talking about physicists. If there are any physicists out there, leave me a comment down below. Let me know you're a physicist.